Hey y'all, welcome to the channel. Today we're checking out the top 10 weirdest things you can actually buy at a chip shop.
Welcome to Watch Mojo UK, and today we're looking at the most bizarre things up for sale in the UK's many chippies.
I really have no idea what to expect, and even though I've probably never tried these things, I will be rating them as if I have tried them. I think I'll be using the slap or reverse slap scale, which we're all familiar with.
Number 10. Deep fried Mars bar.
Oh,
We're opening with this because, let's be honest, it's so notorious that it doesn't actually seem that weird anymore. But the combination of chocolate and batter is still enough to turn a lot of people's stomachs, though just as many swear by the deep fried Mars bar as a national delicacy.
In the batter,
batter.
a couple of minutes to cook.
It of course originates from Stonehaven, Scotland, and was popular there for years until the English heard about it. The Mars bar has now spread, and you can get this dish in England and Wales too. Not only that, but there are other confectionaries you can enjoy deep fried. Chief among them, cream eggs and Snickers. And then Nigella only went and deep fried a Bounty. How could she?
This has to be delicious. Anything deep fried is better than if it was not deep fried. We all know that. Chocolate is delicious. I like this reverse slap.
Reverse slap.
Number 9. Spam fritters. We'll get into the more regional delicacies later, but up and down the country, spam fritters remain a popular option in the chip shop. Like many British foods, spam fritters emerged during the Second World War as a cheap, tasty alternative to fish, but many people still balk at them. Undoubtedly, a deep-fried slab of spam isn't good for you, since spam is about as processed as it's possible for meat to be, and absolutely drowning in salt. But as a weekly treat when you get your Friday night fish supper, plenty of people will still go for a reliable spam fritter above anything else on the menu. For people in other countries, though, this tradition is baffling.
It's deep-fried pork. It's good. It may cause colon cancer. You can't live forever. Eat a spam fritter. Does that rhyme? That rhymes. It's a poem. You're welcome. Reverse slap.
Reverse slap.
Number 8. Scraps or bits.
Cake and chips, love. With scraps on. Yeah, I'll have scraps on.
What's a chip shop to do with all of the excess batter that drops to the bottom of the deep fat fryer while they make their fish and sausages? Give them to you as an extra, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Many chip shops won't even charge you for the scraps, and will let you pile them onto your portion of chips to your heart's content. They'd only go to waste otherwise, after all.
And you can have scraps. You can have scraps on your chips. They're absolutely delicious with salt and vinegar.
Known up and down the country as scraps, bits, or even gribbles, they're a chip shop staple, particularly in the north. Stranger than scraps existing, however, was M&S's decision in 2020 to charge its customers a whopping £1 for a tub of them, for which the supermarket was widely mocked.
Brilliant. Yes. I love that. That's the best part. Scrap bits. Reverse slap.
Reverse slap.
Because I love them, even though I've not had them.
Number 7. Chip sauce.
What you got in there?
Chip spice.
This is so good.
What is this mysterious elixir available only in Hull, you
Chip
might be
spice?
wondering? Well, it's largely made of salt and paprika, though its actual formulation remains a trade secret.
What is chip spice? We know what's in it.
Not really, it's just spice from Hull.
Sold as American chip spice in certain retailers, namely branches of Asda around Humberside, this concoction was inspired by a holiday to America taken by restaurateur John Science, who wanted to bring fast food from America to Britain. It is now offered in most local chippies.
So together, they all come together to make an all-round taste sensation, perfect seasoning for your chips.
Chip Spice has received wider recognition thanks to the city's most beloved comedian, Lucy Beaumont, talking about it on telly, and it's now available in regions far beyond the borders of Hull, such as Leeds.
USA, USA, USA.
There's several restaurants that have spiced french fries, like Zaxby's. Zaxby's, by the way, makes some great commercials. You should check them out, like this one.
Nobody gets a kick out of stopping at every floor, but everybody gets a kick out of Zaxby's.
What a great commercial that was. Oh, man, these wings look good.
Yeah, this spicy honey barbecue sauce is so good, it'll change your life.
Sir, it looks like we're leading in the polls.
You're running for president?
Don't answer that.
Life-changing? Maybe.
How funny was that? Anyway, yeah, I've had that chip spice. It's delicious. Reverse slap.
Reverse slap.
Number 6. Orange chips.
Oh.
You'll have to journey into the Midlands to get some orange chips, commonly found around the Black Country and Birmingham. They've been massively popular among Brummies for years and are, quite simply, chips dipped in batter and fried.
There we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Beautifully crispy, proper orange chips.
But what exactly makes them so orange? Well, somewhat ominously, that's another trade secret. It's widely believed that spices like turmeric and paprika are used in the batter, which also has a unique taste, but it could also be beef dripping.
Let's go in for a chip first, because that's really what we've come for, haven't we? We've come for the orange battered chips.
Nobody knows, but recipes to make them at home simply add paprika and food colouring to get the trademark colour.
But look how white and fluffy that is on the inside compared to the outer. It sort of accentuates the potato.
Deep frying chips sounds like such a good idea though. It's strange it hasn't caught on elsewhere.
This confuses me because fries are always deep fried.
Orange chips or batter chips have to be the best thing to ever come out of the Black Country. So your super crunchy orange chips don't go soggy. And for the orange batter, 100 grams of rice flour, 100 grams of plain flour into a bowl with a pinch of salt and a spoon of turmeric and some orange food dye. That's orange food colouring, not flavour. Orange flavoured. So I ended up leaving that out, but whisked in 200 ml of water and left it in the fridge for half an hour. Next up, I tossed the chips in flour, heated up the oil to around about 160, into the batter and into the oil. Just look at those.
Okay, yeah, now that I'm thinking of it, it's not like I make a lot of fries or chips. But I guess they're not battered, are they? Well, reverse slap.
Reverse slap.
How can this be bad? We haven't had a single slap so far.
Number 5. Pizza crunch.
This is what they call up here a pizza crunch.
We're returning to Scotland yet again to look at another of the country's unique dishes. Like the deep fried chips, this one is so obvious you'll be amazed more chippies don't sell it. A deep fried slice of pizza. You can only get a deep fried pizza, or pizza fritter, in Naples. In Italy, however, they only deep fry the dough and add the toppings afterwards. Not so in Scotland, which will have a fully cooked pizza with the toppings and then cover that in batter and fry it up. Deep fried pizza is famous in Glasgow, but you can get it in other places, like Edinburgh. And in 2020, rumours began to circulate that actually Pizza Crunch had been nicked from Kilbride.
I want this. This is very American. Why don't we have this? My mouth is watering. My mind is blown. I'm having digestive issues from not having it in my body. Reverse slap.
Reverse slap.
Number 4. Deep fried haggis.
Oh.
It seems like a no-brainer that the Scots would start deep frying haggis, combining two of the most famous, or infamous, parts of Scottish cuisine.
That looks disgusting.
Yeah.
I don't have a fork or anything to eat this thing.
You have to eat it with your hands.
That's more disgusting.
Haggis itself is still rarely seen south of the border,
disgusting.
though you can get it if you're really looking for it. As for deep fried haggis, in the rest of the UK, you'll probably have to fry it yourself.
Look at the state of that.
The state of it.
That is the deep fried haggis. Wow.
Supposedly, Edinburgh boasts the best deep fried haggis around, and you'll enjoy your deep fried sheep's stomach with a traditional side order of chips and mushy peas. You can also get a deep fried white pudding in Scotland, which is a black pudding with meat instead of blood.
Not too bad.
It's nice and creamy.
I like it. We could do with a fork though.
No. Slap. Stomachs are not for eating. Stomachs are for eating. No, they are for eating. There shouldn't be a stomach in a stomach, is what I'm trying to say.
Number 3. Yorkshire fish cakes.
Cake and chips is a Yorkshire fish cake, not like a cake.
Every chip shop in the country sells fish cakes. They're cheap, reliable, and hearty. But what about Yorkshire's own variety
Is
of
that
fish
fish?
Well, it's got the same principal ingredients as a normal fish cake, fish and potato. But instead of being mashed together, you get 2 or maybe 3 enormous slices.
And it's always made up with fish bits. This is how they get rid of the fish bits in a chip shop.
At least 1 slice of potato, sometimes 2, and between them, lots of fish. To finish the dish, you deep fry it, obviously.
Once they're done, you've got to get them out to rest. You want some of that oil draining off there.
Some people on social media defended the Yorkshire fish cake by saying that a normal cake is also made of slices and a filling, which is a fair point.
They look absolutely superb. Look at that.
That has to be good. It's like the fish and chips all together in one thing. Deep fried potatoes. Reverse slap.
Reverse slap.
Number 2, Wigan Kebab.
Wigan Kebab. Now that's what you call a butty.
Despite being small, Wigan is mighty when it comes to its chip shop culture, and the Wigan Kebab puts even the Yorkshire fish cake to shame when it comes to piling on the carbs.
Right, mate, I've been told to come in and order a Wigan Kebab, but I don't actually know what it is. You don't know what a Wigan Kebab is?
Simply put, it's a meat and potato pie in a bread roll, or alternatively on a barm, bap, cob or batch, depending on where you're from. Its alternate name is a pie barm, presumably what you'll call it if you've bought one from anywhere other than Wigan.
That is sensational. That is actually spot on, mate.
Another popular Wigan dish is the Babby's Yed, so named because it looks like a baby's head. It's a simple steak and kidney pudding with chips and gravy.
Babby's head, because it looks like a baby's head.
I'm still not sure what this is. A Wigan Kebab? He said it's meat and potatoes, but it's on a bun. Wigan Kebab. Oh, okay. It's like a stew in a pie, and then you put that on bread. Reverse slap.
Reverse slap.
It looks good.
Number 1, Pea Wet.
At the menu here, mate, I can get a smack for 40p.
Yeah.
Pea Wet?
So what is smack?
It's well known in Wigan. Smack burn Pea Wet.
If you know anything about chip shops, you knew this one was coming. Also most commonly found in Wigan is Pea Wet, which you'll usually find on a smack barm Pea Wet.
What's Pea Wet,
Oh,
mate?
what?
What's Pea Wet? In Wigan, it's as good as gravy. It's the water off the peas.
But if you're not a Lancashire native, you may be disturbed to learn that Pea Wet is the juice from mushy peas.
No,
used
that's
liberally as a
good.
condiment in this part of England.
Okay.
I'll be honest, the look of this Pea Wet is knocking me a bit sick.
A smack barm Pea Wet is when you take a potato scallop, a deep fried slab of potato, put it on a barm cake, and then add a liberal amount of Pea Wet over the top. All this can cost less than £1, which might be what makes it so beloved.
There's no pea, it's just wet, but you can taste the pea.
Let us know what you order from your local chippy in the comments.
Pea Wet. I'm sure it's delicious, but I don't like the name. It makes me think of penises and urine. Slap. A lot of these are just a chip shop doing what they can with what they got, turning garbage into money. If you're gonna be overweight and have heart disease, you might as well do that with these foods. This was really interesting. I learned about some foods I didn't know about. Thank y'all for watching this with me, and I'll see you next time. Later.